Human mind is amazing. It is very creative. It can think about infinite number of possible outcomes for a given situation. But if you keep on thinking about all the possible viable futures, then you can keep on thinking till the day you die. The problem with that is that thinking about a problem or a situation is not similar to trying to solve it. Also, if you're focusing on, let us say, a situation A, all day thinking about that, worrying about that, you're completely neglecting something which is, let us say, situation B, which is completely unconnected to situation A, and you can do something about B, but you're not doing anything about B because you're worrying too much about A. So the problem of overthinking originates from here, that you keep on thinking about a particular situation, not doing the things that you can do. So it is simple, right? Don't overthink and focus on the things that you can do the things that you can do. Not that simple when you try to apply it practically. The problem that originates, I'm going to explain that, and I want to tell you a little bit about the origin of this video. This problem of overthinking actually occurred to me, and when I was facing that, it was ridiculous level. I was going crazy, I was losing sleep, I was not able to do the things that I can do, worrying too much about a particular problem. And then I thought logically, what can be the solution to this case? And when I came to a possible solution, but I wrote it down, but I thought that I'm never going to make it into a video until and unless it works for my current situation. Thankfully enough, it did work for me. And then I'm here making this video telling you what is the solution to this problem of overthinking. As always, I'm going to explain it to you with full logic. I'm going to explain it to you why it is going to work so that you can understand it, then apply it to your current situation. So we are going to start with the root cause. What is the root cause for overthinking? It generally occurs when the outcome is uncertain, or there are multiple outcomes out of which something might occur. Outcome is uncertain nonetheless. So if that happens, if this is the root cause, your natural reflex of the brain is to think about the future. It wants to future safe itself. It wants to protect itself by thinking about what am I going to do if that situation actually occurs. Now I'm going to tell you to listen to it from your heart and not from your brain. Actually, that cannot actually happen because your brain is going to listen and then try to modify the brain itself. That is kind of a brain. But anyways, coming back to the point, you can never be certain about the future. That, my friends, is the nature of life. A lot of people think about, how can I be sure that I can solve this problem? How can I be sure that this situation never occurs? Well, you can never be sure. Life is uncertain. You can never ever be 100% sure about the future, right? So understand that first, and let me bring it back to the topic that the absence of mechanism of worst case scenario readiness is completely unnatural to your brain. Your brain wants to be ready for that, and so it will keep on thinking about what is going to be the possible solution for this. Now finally, my solution to overthinking, here it is. Take a pen, take a paper, note down the 5 most probable, highly likely situations that you're afraid of, that you do not know what to do when it happens. Note it down one by one, and don't only note down these 5 highly likely situations, most likely situations. Also write down what is going to be your solution to that situation. Once you do that, I'll explain why it actually works. For that, you'll have to actually understand how your brain works. Your brain works like this. When you are in that overthinking mode, you are going to think about situation 1, try to find the solution of that. Situation 2, try to find the solution of that. Situation 3, try to find the solution of that. Maybe bounce back to situation 1 because your brain finds a loop in situation 1. Try to find the solution of that. Bounce back to situation 4, try to find the solution of that. 5, 1, 2, 3. It bounces back and forth like that, trying to think again and again. Why does that actually happen? Because your brain works in a highly unstructured manner. That is why we need pen and paper. We want to note things down, to streamline it, to give it a sequence. Your brain works in an unstructured manner. That is why it is so creative, but it has its limitation. But the good thing is that your brain can actually find out the solution itself, and the solution is to write things down. So all those 5 most highly likely situations that you're afraid of, that you do not know whether it's going to happen or not, Write it down in a piece of paper, write down the solution. Now what this actually does, next time your brain is going to think about, let us say, situation 1, it will say, oh, I already know the solution, it is written over there in my notebook. Situation 2, I already know the solution, I do not need to think about that. Situation 3, I already know the solution. 1, I know. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, like that. Every now and then it is going to go to 6, 7, 8, but those are highly unlikely, and like I said, you do not need to care about that. So this is how it works. You already know the solution, you have written it down. Next time your brain is going to think about that, you do not need to worry about that. The next problem that you might be facing is that what to do so that I avoid that situation from ever happening. Then for that I have questions for you. Can you do something about it? Yes, then go ahead and do it. Why worry? Can you not do something about it? No? Then why worry? Do not think about that. Focus on the things that you can do. You are already ready for all the situations that you're afraid of. Now it is time to focus on the things that you can do right now. My friend, that is my solution to overthinking. It worked with me. Go ahead, give it a try. If it works for you, come back in the comment section, type it down that Ashish, it worked for me too. That's about it for the video. Before you leave, I want you to take notice at one thing. This video has no cut, absolutely zero. I spoke continuously. I want to highlight 2 things from that. Number 1, I was using the technique of memory palace to memorize the whole thing that I'm going to do or I'm going to say over here. I was able to execute it because the memory palace was solid. I've already talked about memory palace before, 2 years ago. You can go and watch that video, watch that technique. The thing is that the video is 2 years old, so do not blame me for poor quality, both in camera wise and speaking wise. But the techniques that I talked about over there originated 4 years before the video was actually formed, and I'm still using that, so it is very fruitful. Other than that, it also highlights my speaking ability, how I developed this level of speaking skill, this level of fluency. About all those things I talk on my second YouTube channel, that is Ashish Ranjan. I talk over there basically about personality development, also a lot about rocket science if you're interested in all those. Also I talk about weekly vlogs where I talk about my past experiences. Maybe someday I'm also going to talk about how I got to the origin of this video. If you're interested in all that, link is down in the description box. You can definitely go ahead and subscribe to that channel to stay up to date. Other than that, there's a members function available. You can click on the join button to know more. Basically, it is a way to support the channel. If you like what I do, if you want me to continue on doing and producing such content, then definitely think about supporting this channel. But it is not like you are just going to support this channel. I'm going to give you a lot more than you are giving over here, because that is the agenda of all of this channel. I'm going to give back through my talent. I'm going to make some member special videos. There will be like videos on rocket science and nuclear science, which will be specially for member. Other than that, there will be member special live sessions. In that, basically we have 7 to 8 people. We have a good friendly interaction. Yesterday also we had one. It is a nice talk where people just talk and ask things that they want to ask or talk about. That's it. Other than that, if you cannot support, no blames on you. It completely depends on you if you want, if you're willing to support the channel. That's about it, guys. I'll see all of you in the next one. Till then, bye.
Empty hearts and neon lights.